Hello, maurieos, Moodle Moments, number 11. It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. So said Charles Darwin. Hello, welcome. Well, it's a busy time for engineering maths students. There's quizzes, worksheets, tests, My Maths Global, all of these things coming in from all directions. So it's time to really take an opportunity to restock, to regroup, to strategize, to work out how you're going to move forward and crush it in the maths exam. Smash it out. Nail it. That's what we're after. That's what we're looking for. So let's get over to the big screen. Let's see what the engineering maths team has for us. The formidable Joseph, Ken and Maurieo there with the maths team. So first of all, let's just have a bit of a look at our assessment. And, well, no, we'll go to our learning, this week's learning. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there. And we're now into the very last learning bracket, integration. And it's the second week of integration, weeks 2 and 3. And here's the very Moodle moment here in PowerPoint form. So let's just get that opened up. And there we go. It's coming up now. My internet and is very slow. Enabling editing and slideshow. Oops, what's happening here? Come on. Slideshow. Yes, from the beginning. Alrighty, and we'll just drop it out of there. So here it is. Here's our fantastic Moodle moment. And this great quotation from Charles Darwin, the man who discovered or documented evolution. So it's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. And Charles was in the right position to know these things. So, what's the learning outcomes for this week? Well, a plan to move ahead with your study for exams. Well, we've always got that in there, so it changes from week to week as depending on what's happened. So you should have, we'll have a look at some Moodle site updates. Now, the second test has been come back to you, so you need to review that. So we'll go and have a look at some point and see where the model answers are so that you know exactly where to look when you're doing your review. And you'd need to have located weekly worksheet 9 because that's what we'll be working on going forward. The quiz tomorrow on the Tuesday is about weekly work quiz 9, and that's on information that's on worksheet 8. So we've got a little bit out of synchronizing there, but it'll all work out and come out in the wash in the end. So weekly quiz 9 is on worksheet 8, and you'll be handing worksheet 8 in with quiz 9. You'll remember that you didn't hand any worksheet in last week, so worksheet 8 will go with that mark, and then you'll have quiz 9, and hopefully it'll all come out in the wash. If not, we'll adjust it so that it's fair and equitable for everybody. Now, and then you should be working, well, what am I going to do for next week? And most important of all, if you've got any questions, ask now about any problems that you might have, because they don't go away. They just stay there, or they get hidden, or time overtakes them, but the problem still exists. So, to the slide for today, and that is regroup. So you've got all these things happening, the tests, the quizzes, all of that stuff. It's all coming at you from all directions. So it's time just to have a little bit of a breather and regroup, take a look at everything, strategize, work out what you're going to do and how you're going to move forward and crush it, or nail it, or smash it out, or whatever is your favourite word for achieving success in exams or sport or whatever. And we do this quite commonly, don't we? We've got to be regrouping all the time, changing, moving, going with what's happening. It may find that something we're doing is not working well, so we've got to change it and move forward, strategize so that we can really nail it right at the end. That's what we want to do. What happens along the journey is important, but not as important as getting a good result at the end. And I must say that focusing at this point on the internal mark and that 60% threshold that I've talked about so much, 30 out of 50, try and get yourself over that 60% threshold so that when you go into the exam, all you need is 40%. So it gives you a lot of wriggle room, you know, for anxiety. You know, you might get a bit sick, a bit of a tummy bug, or, you know, a bit of a headache or something like that, and you can go in there and think, well, I only have to get 40%. So, you know, you've got that safety factor there, that safety valve. So that's important. And the work that you put in and the effort that you put in to get that 60% will actually get you more marks in the exam anyway. So, you know, it's a good strategy all the way round. So let's just head on over to Moodle and just have a look at a couple of things there, just to get you so that we know what's happening there. So here's our class thing. This will be our YouTube video there. So just there's a lot of integration information and stuff there, and solutions to things, notes and examples and what have you to follow, and videos. And then there's more of that in here that's aligned with what we're doing at the time. So there's plenty of resource there for you to learn the new material that you need for integration, as well as reviewing older stuff. Now, in this assessment front, of course, we've got the weekly worksheets. So weekly worksheet 8, the model answer, is just waiting there for you to be hand in your worksheet so that we can give that a good marking and get some feedback to you. And there's worksheet 9 all waiting and ready to go. So that's in the worksheet front. And the quizzes, we've just, you'll be handing back quiz 8 this week, which was on worksheet 7 stuff. And there's the model answers in that for that quiz. So that's all good to go. And test and exam revision. So the test that you just sat, test 2, now's a very good chance to go through that while it's fresh and, reasonably fresh in your mind, with the blank and the model answers there. That'll just help you revise and see where you went wrong, and just make the necessary little tweaks and what have you to get things all back on track. So, and then of course we've got the exam coming up, so you'll see that the exam revision, there's the formula sheet and there's folders full of the old exams, which is very good. But also remember that our weekly worksheet are based on those very same questions. So if there's 10 weekly worksheets and there's 10 questions on there should be 100 questions that you've had a go at and that you know and you should be able to do, as well as the 10 weekly quizzes with 10 questions. So there's another 50. That's 150 that you should have done and be familiar with and reviewed and be able to do. That's a huge body of information. And well, anyone that can do that, I would say, has got the test nailed. You know, they're going to crush it, smash it out. However, yeah, some of us may not be quite at that level, so we need to get ourselves up there and get it all organised. So let's just we'll finish it up. So yes, now's a good chance to regroup, to strategize and decide what you're going to do. Set your eye on the prize and yeah, just go there and crush it, smash it out. All good. Cheers. See you. Have a wonderful week. Exciting maths times. All good.